Hello everyone, I am JoeHova. Welcome back to Space Engineers. We have crash landed on a planet. As you can see there, the world is called Ardani. Some of you may know the reference, some of you may not, but we'll leave it at that for now. So, crash landed on an ice lake. What a beautiful position to be in. First time, right? Just first landed right here. I didn't like reset it 12 times to make sure that I got a good starting position or nothing. Why would I do that? But anyway, we're going to get started. If you've watched these in the past, then you'll know how I like to get started building. This is a beautiful location. Look at this thing. I got surrounding mountains. I got an ice lake. That means there are minerals under this. I have to check those out as well. But I need to get started with a base. I think I might just do it right there on that wall, bury it down, because I'm playing with NPCs and they do tend to get aggressive, so I might get shot up pretty quick. So we're going to get to this. I'm probably not going to show every little bit of the beginning, but we'll do the best we can. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the series. Thanks for being here. So the first thing I want to do is turn over the switches back on so I can actually see. Hop out of my ride. And obviously we have ice. Don't see anything else. Let's look at these factions real quick. I'm going to accept peace from everyone. I probably need to make my own faction. But right now, there's some guys that still don't like me. But I'm good with the military, good with the Mystic Industry, Rust, the traders, Void Corporation, civilians. Okay. Clang hauling service? Look at all those ships. Oh no, those are all their friends. Okay. Alright, so good enough. Well, we start with this basic stuff. So let's get in here and say production. We're going to have to make a lot of ingots. And we're going to have to go and drill a lot of stone. Now this is going to be a little bit of a walk here, so I won't make you watch any of that. Alright, we got a few loads here, and that's given us some of this. So let's start making some things. Gonna need a lot of plates. Let's go ahead and just do 50 of those to start with. Got to get away from this survival kit as quickly as possible, so we're gonna need to have a wind turbine going. But we can't be completely dependent on that, and I don't want to put it out here on the ice. In a perfect world, I would build all the way to the top up there, put my wind turbines up there, kind of away from me, so maybe they wouldn't get attacked. That's a long way up, and that's a lot of materials, and what I've done is I've dug a small hole over here, made myself a little bit of a chute, so that way the materials will just dump right here in this little basin. So let me get some more materials going, and we'll get back and we can actually build something. Alright, let's take a look and see what it costs to make this guy. 30 interior plates plus 10, so that's 40 interior plates. Let's make those. Production. 10, 20, 30, 40. I do that by holding down control. What else we got? We got 2 computers, 24 girders. And what else? What else? 20 components and 8 motors. Alright, so we'll let that get built. In the meantime, we can, probably got some plates already. Yep, we'll get those. And let's go find a spot where to start this bad boy. Probably in this little area right here. I like this dip. It gives me the opportunity to put my stuff kind of right on the thingamajiggy. There we go. And let's rotate that so it's kind of facing out. Hard to see exactly. I can back it up into third person, give me a little bit more perspective. Yeah, I like that. I do like that indeed. Okay, so now we'll go back in. So You know, when I think about this, I'm just going to go straight up with it. So let's just do that. So 1, 2, 3. Put it way up there in the air. Get this guy started. Now, I have the build and repair mod, so I'm going to get that thing going as quickly as I possibly can, and that way it will pick up all of the rocks that I drill automatically, which I thoroughly enjoy, trust me. Ooh, did that... Okay, I'm still waiting on some motors here. Can't be many. I think that was the last one. Alright, we're going to have some power. Not a ton, but usually if I can get 2 or 3 of these going, I'll have enough to get power. I'm just going to get it just to where it's being made. Okay, let's get back. Let's get some hydrogen going. You'll notice down there on the H2 I've got a tank with me. So these are the things I learned from my friend Tim Tracy. I never really used rocket packs a whole lot, or jet packs, whatever they call them. I never really got comfortable carrying tanks. Just never really thought about it, but he does it all the time, and he does a great job. So let's see. We're going to need to have this basic assembler. That's going to be 60, 80 plates, so let's go ahead and do that. Even though I do have some plates, we're going to make 80. Right, and then 80 computers. Ooh. Production. Righto, and then we're going to need 4 displays, 10 motors. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 motors. Right, and then 40 components. And you'll notice these are all red. That's because I've run out of ingots, so I've got to go do some more drilling. That's what we got to do. But in the meantime, what we need to look at here is, whoops, we go here, all blocks. You can see I got a lot of mods installed. But if I go to progression, I need to get to that build and repair mod. So that guy sits where? Gotta find him in this stuff here. Oh, there it is right there. So I've got to build a landing gear and then some kind of a cockpit in order to open that up. That shouldn't be too bad. Ooh, 100 computers. Alright, we'll get started. We'll let this stuff build up and get some more materials, and I'll come back when we've got a little bit more progression to show you. Got our first meteor storm coming in. There they are. God, please don't hit me. It's coming close. Sometimes they bring good stuff to the Earth. Doesn't look like it got too awful close to me, so that's good. But there's one right here. Got pretty close. Anything good? Some nickel? That's fine. I don't need any nickel right now. Alright, time to start placing some stuff. Now, these are always tricky because these first 2 objects, the basic refinery and this basic thing here, you really don't... You don't need them after a while. So you kind of want to get them out of the way. And that's sometimes easier said than done, but if I put a little thought into it, I might be able to figure it out. Okay, so let's find the opening, because this only has 1 opening on it. It's kind of ridiculous. We'll put this here. You know what, I'm going to, speaking of putting it out of the way, I'm going to put it over here, I think. Like so. Blammo. And then the refinery, the basic refinery, it does have a couple openings. So I'll put that right here. I can't remember if it has one on the bottom or not, but we'll find out. Either way, one way or another, I'm not really ready to build those yet, but I was ready to stack them. Let's go back to this guy and look at our progression. We got to get this guy. We've got to get... let's see, this guy for batteries. and for the assembler, and for turrets, and all the good stuff. Batteries there. And then the refinery. That'll open up the big refinery, of course. Ore detectors, the drill, most important. Then we'll start worrying about getting that build and repair station going, and that'll get us started. But we'll also need to think about conveyors, because I do like conveyors a whole lot. And to get those, I'm going to need a container, and that means I'm going to need metal grid. So we're going to need cobalt. Now, the way this game runs, you either have cobalt nearby or you don't. And the last game I played, not recorded, but just played for fun, for funsies, I couldn't find cobalt for a very long time, and it was a struggle. But hopefully we'll be able to get some pretty quick, and we won't have to struggle as much. So sit back and, well, this might take me a little while, but you'll see this instantaneous. All right, we've done it. So we've got the basic builder, the basic refinery. We can take some minerals, put that in here now. A little bit of stone. Promise not to make this series too grindy. Literally. Or too drilly, I guess. So we get these guys right here. Pop them in. And we have a refinery. It's a basic refinery, but a refinery nonetheless. Let's see how we are in our progression now. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. We have refinery all the way down. So now it's time to make this guy. Drill is there. So 100 computers, things like that. All right. Well, I'll take a look. I think the next thing we want to do is get these conveyors, and especially get that build and repair system going, where I can use it. There we go. Blammo. Do I have all the parts I need to? All right, I'm gonna need. Looks like lots of components, small tubes, large tubes. So we still got some stuff to make before we can actually get this thing done. And then I'll be on the hunt for cobalt so that I can start with conveyors. Then I'll get my drills going, and we'll carve out this hill right here. So let's get busy. We may have a problem here. First of all, I need to get some energy from my suit. So I'm about to die. That could be a problem also. There is a ship. It's an armed transport coming this way. Oh man. Well, hopefully it will stay away from my beautiful area that I've started. I don't have any magnesium. I have not in any way started making weapons, which I know is going to be a problem eventually. Okay, I've got that. Let's go ahead and pump up the hydrogen here. We're getting close. I've been doing a lot of work trying to get more and more materials. It's slow going. You can see this large hole that I've carved in the wall. But you got to do a lot of this. You got to run around. You got to scoop up the rock that you've done before. I've got all of my settings set for default, so I can't carry just a bunch of stuff with me. So you dump it in, you make the stuff. We're almost there. Once we get to these other components. Is he getting closer or further? He's getting further away. Good. Once we get those components made, I'll be able to finish this build and repair. And then there's something really cool that it does that I'll show you, other than build and repair, obviously. Get it. Alright, there it is in its beauty. If you don't have this mod, you probably should. It just makes life so much better in Space Engineers, and this is one of the reasons why. Notice, remember how I was picking up all those rocks before? Check this out. Drilling rocks, just walking around, chopping big holes in the wall. The rocks are down here. You see them? Oh, wait. Forgot, you gotta turn it on. I always forget. These things, they come out as off, so we'll put it on fly mode, first of all, and then we'll turn it on. And you see the rocks? Where'd they go? Oh, they went into the machine. Automatically goes into the machine, and the machine starts to weld. Now, one more thing that I like to do with this guy is to go down and say weld to function only. And that way you're not just wasting a bunch of materials.
Meteor storm inbound.
I mean, like, these are functional, right? But I just used probably every steel plate that I had in my inventory. Pop those in, you're going to see it's going to weld those up. But it saved me 5 plates right there. So that's kind of the idea. Usually I would keep that just skeletal. But, you know, what are you going to do? So it is what it is. Let's look. Okay, so since we have this going now, next thing we're going to want to think about is a battery. So let's look in here. What do we need for the battery? Oh, one other thing to remember about this guy as well is that when it creates something in your tech tree, you don't get credit for it. So you got to grind it back down and then finish it off to get credit. Okay, so I went right past battery. Clearly. Where is it? Way up at the top. Oh, there's a battery, so I can make it now. Good. Alright, so let's do that. Let's get in here. I just... oh, man. It's been a long day. Alright, battery. Regular battery right there. I'm going to need steel plates. Oh, look, I don't have steel plates. I wonder why. Tower. I wonder why I don't have any steel plates. Okay. So we're going to have to make some of those. Let's just do 500 of those. And we'll get to doing some more hand drilling. I'll get the battery, maybe. I might just go straight to drill. First of all, I've got to find cobalt. I keep forgetting about that. Ore detector would be nice, but I think what I'll do is I'll fly around this lake. I'll wait for morning to come so I can see a little better. It's almost here. We'll fly around the lake, and we'll see if we get just extremely lucky and find cobalt in the lake. That would just be fantastic. Well, I said it before, we're going to need more power, so I building 2 more wind turbines. And I've kind of got to cycle back and forth because I don't know that I have enough power, I guess depending on the wind, to actually assemble and do refining at the same time. It looks like I'm doing it right now, though, so that's good. We'll get these 2 more going, and that'll be good for business. I was thinking about the battery, but before that, I probably am going to go try to find some cobalt. It may be unsuccessful, but while that's going on, I think I'm going to run out here and see what I can find. Well, looky what we have here, folks. That is cobalt on ice. Holy moly. If you've never played this game, you really don't have any idea of how awesome this feeling is right now. Because with cobalt, I can get... oh, man, I can get so much in early games. So I haven't seen any magnesium. I'm going to need that too, but that's usually pretty easy to find. So it is time to get to the blue stuff. It's not far under the ice. Now typically what I'll do is I'll come out here and do a field repair system with like a little wind turbine so that I can dig and not have to carry the stuff back. But right now, oh, there it is. Look at that. Cobalt. Oh, this is awesome. This is so great. Ardani is paying off, folks. So we'll fill up with some cobalt here, maybe get a little bit of ice, and oh man, this is gonna be awesome. We'll get back, put that in the refinery, get some cobalt being made. It's still a basic refinery right now, but this will lead to things like full-blown refineries and assemblers and all the things that we need to be... whoa, it's going fast. Yeah, I got the speed mod on here too. Gotta be careful when you're flying that fast. Sometimes you will crash and burn. We'll put as much of this ice in here as we can. There you go. Excellent. Get this cobalt in here. looks like I'm still not able to make a lot of stuff. I got to get more rocks. Right now, dump that in. And say, start making some cobalt. Oh man, that's so awesome. Good times are coming. What else we got to produce? Oh, lots and lots of stuff to produce. So, gonna have to get to do some more drilling, but now I feel a lot better about this. We're gonna be able to make a storage container. That's going to allow me to make drills and pistons and everything I need to carve out this mountain. Oh, it's just a beautiful day. And the sun is coming up. How perfect is that? Alright guys, well that's about all the time I have for this episode. I'm going to try to keep these as close to 20 minutes as I can, not to overload anybody. So if you liked what you see so far, I want you to stick around. We've got a lot more episodes coming up on this Ardani series of Space Engineers. So if you liked it, hit that like button, maybe subscribe, comment. I'd love to hear from you. Tell your friends. And until next time, my name's JoeHova, and I will catch you later. Goodbye.